Arsenal have reached an agreement with Ricardo Calafiori. Things are going on quite well for the football club Arsenal right about now as we speak, as I'm telling you that Arsenal has gone on and reached that massive needed agreement with Ricardo Calafiori, who's a very wonderful football player. Arsenal definitely is in the market looking for football players. You definitely know that Arsenal finished second in the Premier League last season, and now Arsenal is looking for that top spot and trying to reinforce in different sections to make sure that every other section is really going on in the right direction, and they can definitely be in the position of taking the Premier League trophy, as Manchester City took the trophy last time just by a goal difference, but not a goal difference, by a 2 point difference. Now Arsenal is saying that it definitely needs that spot, and that's why we're seeing the transfer market going to be very busy for the club Arsenal, seeing a lot of football players leaving and much better football players coming into the club Arsenal. As we are saying, as I'm telling you, that Arsenal have already reached an agreement with one of the best, one of the most, I must say, talented superstars. And we're saying Ricardo Calafiori is a very wonderful one. And I will repeat for you and tell you the reality. Arsenal have reached an agreement with Ricardo Calafiori. Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the Arsenal Hub, and please subscribe, ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on anything I've got to bring to, as long as it's sports and as long as it is Arsenal related, right about here at the Arsenal Hub with me, your very host Abu Chaos, as I'm definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest straight as it comes in, as we definitely know things are going on quite well for the football club Arsenal. The summer transfer window is definitely here, and clubs have already started getting football players, and Arsenal is not being left behind, as already Arsenal has a very good squad, but adjustments are being made by the football manager. We're talking about the one and only, the Arsenal giant, the Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta, and also in conjunction with the football sporting director and technical director Edu Gaspar. Anyway, as I've told you, Arsenal have reached an agreement with Ricardo Calafiori, and according to Sports Zone, it will be noted that Arsenal have reached an agreement with Ricardo Calafiori, who is 22 years of age and has been playing with Bologna as a centre back, looking for increasingly with the Bologna centre back looking increasingly likely to join the club Arsenal this very summer transfer window. Will be noted that the French outlet reports that the player had also reached an agreement with in May to make sure they can join Juventus, where he would have had an immediate reunion with his former head coach Thiago Motta. However, it will be noted that Bologna were unwilling to sell their star to another Italian side, and this definitely works out for the football club Arsenal, because they would because Bologna would prefer for him to go abroad, because they don't want any competition. They don't want that to create a problem for themselves, because they know how good a football player Ricardo Calafiori is. And as was reported earlier, it will be noted that Mikel Arteta's team have presented a convincing project for the player, who had won pundits and club, and who had won who had won pundits for both club and country. So those pundits won. I must say, he has been performing quite well, with the Italian being one of the few bright sparks for I must say, being one of the bright stars that have been in his club and really playing quite well that position. Really, I must say, will be a very good wise for any club to have the football player. Anyway, do not forget that when it comes to the Euros, it was a bit disappointing for him, but still standing out as a football player is definitely a wonderful and a very good one. And Sports Zone have further noted that Chelsea also remain in the race for the highly rated defender, while it will be noted still that Dimasio has also reported that Paris Saint-Germain and Bayer Leverkusen are also interested in trying to convince Calafiori to their project. So you can definitely see the clubs, the sort of clubs that are interested in signing the football player. Loads of clubs want him, and we are talking about big money clubs. We're talking about massive clubs, very big clubs, and these clubs are willing to inject in quite a lot of money to make sure that he signs for them. And at this moment in time, I think it will be even much better if he goes on and signs for the football club. If he signs for the football club, Arsenal, as I definitely think it could be. I think if Calafiori really signs for Arsenal, that could be a big, big, big thing. As I've been seeing, as what I anticipate, what I think about Calafiori and him joining Arsenal. I think it's definitely needed. It's definitely needed. Arsenal need a football player like him, as we already know that some of the defenders at the club Arsenal will be leaving. So that definitely will leave a big gap for the club Arsenal, and that's not what Arsenal really need. Arsenal needs to fill in the gap that has been created. That is always going to be created, because we definitely know a few football players are going to be leaving the football club Arsenal, and we're talking about the defense section. But the defense section will be sorted with the current manager, Mikel Arteta, who definitely knows what he does when it comes to transfers. He does quite well when it comes to transfers. And I think everything will go on quite well for the club Arsenal. There's nothing that's going to stop Arsenal from getting to that number one spot at this time round. I can see things happening for the club Arsenal. Arsenal has also been linked to quite a number of football players. I think it's going to be a very extremely busy summer transfer window for Arsenal, because all these players that are being linked to Arsenal, I think things will go on quite well. And also, Nicole Williams was linked to Arsenal. But with Nicole Williams, also there's stiff competition. But I think it's not going to be what we think. I think it might be. I don't think Nicole Williams will end up at Arsenal. Anyway, and another thing to talk about, there was Victor Osimhen was linked to Arsenal, and it's been said that Arsenal have come to conclusion that they are not going to be signing Victor Osimhen, and that's a deal that is done. Really, they have kept the tabs away from Victor Osimhen. Wonderful football player. It is sad that Arsenal are not going to be signing him, but it is what it is, isn't it? Anyway, my friends, thank you for being part of the Arsenal Hub, and please subscribe, ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on anything I've got to bring to you right about here at the Arsenal Hub with me, your very host, Abu Kaza. Said thank you and goodbye for now, my friends.